Hi everyone, it's Sandy, and today's video is actually a reading vlog video. This video is basically my spring break reading video, and it includes two readathons that I participated in. The first one is Readathon by Zoe, which is a 24-hour readathon, and then the second readathon is Read-O-Rama Round 9, which is a week-long readathon. I really love watching reading vlogs, so I wanted to do one myself. This is my first time doing a reading vlog, and I'm actually filming this intro after editing a majority of the reading vlog, so I just wanted to do a quick disclaimer that this vlog isn't the best. My vlog camera isn't the best. It goes in and out of focus quite frequently, so there are quite a handful of clips that are out of focus, and I apologize for that. The vlog began March 3rd and it ended March 9th. This is a pretty long video, so grab a snack, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the vlog. Hi everyone, it's Sandy, and today is March 3rd and it is currently 12:17 a.m. which means that Readathon by Zoe has begun. If you're not familiar with this readathon, it's basically a readathon that was created by Zoe from Read by Zoe, and it's basically a 24-hour readathon, and so I will try to read as many books as I can within 24 hours. I'm currently reading Alex Approximately by Jenn Bennett. I was still in the middle of the book when the readathon started, and I'm actually 75% through the book, so I am almost done with it. At the moment, I don't have a TBR planned. I literally just got home like an hour ago because I was just hanging out at a friend's place, so I didn't really have any time to prepare for this readathon, but I definitely plan on finishing the book that I'm currently reading since I'm pretty much almost done with it, and once I'm finished with that book, I will start to decide what books I want to read next. I usually don't stay up very late to read books. Usually around 12 a.m. I'm pretty much asleep, but since it is a readathon, I do want to stay up a little bit later than usual just so I can get more reading done. I know for sure that I'm not going to stay up all night just to read, mainly because that's not something that I like to do. When I read, I like to be pretty well rested, and so if I stay up all night, then I'll be pretty tired throughout the rest of the day and I probably won't get much reading done. So my plan right now is to read a little bit, then go to bed, and then wake up feeling refreshed in the morning and continue on with my reading. Good morning everyone. So it's currently 9 a.m. I actually woke up like at 8:30 and then I was just on my phone for 30 minutes. I'm finally going to get out of bed. I gotta wash my face, brush my teeth, and eat breakfast, and then I will continue on reading. So it's now actually 10 a.m. so I did kind of take my time eating and getting ready, but now I'm going to continue reading. Last night when I started, I was 75% through the book. I'm reading on my Kindle because I checked this book out from the library, and I'm on chapter 24, and I'm 83% through the book, so I got through 8% last night, and I have 24 minutes left. My plan is to finish this book in one go, and so I'll update you all when I'm done. I have finished Alex Approximately, and I really enjoyed the book overall. This book follows Bailey, who's been talking to this guy online named Alex. Bailey lives in the East Coast, but Alex lives in California, and he's been trying to convince Bailey to fly out to California to attend this sort of film festival type of thing. Bailey actually does end up moving to California because her dad lives there, and her dad actually lives in the exact same town that Alex lives in. But Bailey doesn't tell Alex that she is currently living in California. Bailey gets this new job at this type of museum, and she meets this guy named Porter, who is initially a jerk, but then they started developing feelings for each other. But what Bailey doesn't know is that Porter is actually Alex, and Porter doesn't know that Bailey is actually Mink, which is Bailey's screen name. At the beginning, I really wasn't a huge fan of Porter because I'm really tired of reading books where the love interest is like a huge jerk, and then later you find out, oh no, it's not because he's actually a jerk. There are a bunch of other factors that are causing this love interest to act this particular way. I'm really tired of reading about that, and Porter was a pretty big jerk at the beginning, but it was like a very short amount of time of him being a jerk. It wasn't as bad reading about it. I did have a few issues towards the end of the book when the fact that Porter is Alex and Bailey is Mink is starting to become revealed. There was just a lot of drama and characters weren't communicating with one another, which was really frustrating. But overall, I thought this was a really adorable read. I thought the romance was really cute, and it was just a pretty fun contemporary book to read. Now I have to decide what book I'm going to read next, and I have no idea. I haven't really had the time to think about it, but let's go look at my bookshelf. So I really want to read an arc that I haven't picked up yet. This entire shelf right here is my arc shelf. There are definitely a handful of arcs that I haven't read yet, but I think I'm going to pick up Dear Martin because it's a pretty short book and I've heard great things about it, and I've been wanting to read it for a while now, and I just haven't gotten to it yet. Dear Martin is by Nick Stone, and it's blurred by Jason Reynolds and Angie Thomas. This book follows Justice, who's the top of his class, and he's set for an Ivy League school. One day he is going out driving with his best friend and they're listening to really loud music and they get pulled over by a cop and then shots are fired. I've heard wonderful things about this book and I can't wait to read it and talk about it. So it's actually a lot later. So for this readathon, I had every intention of staying home all day trying to get as much reading done as possible, but things came up and so I had to leave the house for several hours and now it's almost 7 o'clock, and so basically I barely read anything all day, so I'm going to do as much reading as I can now. So this 24-hour readathon is pretty much a fail, and I intended to upload this 24-hour readathon vlog on its own. There's actually another week-long readathon going on, and that's called Read-O-Rama. That readathon also begins on March 3rd, but it's a week-long readathon, so it doesn't end till the following Saturday. Since I barely got any reading done for this 24-hour readathon, I'm just going to combine this vlog with the Read-O-Rama vlog, and right now I'm just going to continue Dear Martin. I'm only on page 24 of this book and it's already so good. This book was pretty much amazing from the beginning. I'm really loving this book so far. I think it's amazing that this book is already discussing so many different issues in our society today. So it's 9 o'clock right now. I just took off my makeup and I'm actually getting pretty tired, so I'm going to go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, wash my face, and I'm also going to do a mask so I can get more relaxed for bed. So this is the mask that I'm going to be using. This mask is from the brand Formula 10.0.6, and this is really inexpensive at Ulta. Face masks are usually pretty expensive, and I found this for maybe like $6 to $8, and this brand usually has like buy one get one 40% off. So I have 4 different types of masks from this brand and I really enjoy using all of them. They make my skin feel really good, feel really smooth, and I do think they really are effective in helping prevent breakouts. So I'm going to go to the bathroom, do my night routine, and then put on this mask and start to get ready for bed. It's currently 10:10 p.m. and I'm about 132 pages into Dear Martin, and I think it's incredible so far. I did want to finish this book tonight, but my eyes are getting really tired and I'm feeling pretty exhausted too. So I think I'm just going to call it a night and go to bed, and hopefully I will finish this book tomorrow. So overall, the readathon by Zoe, for me personally, was a fail. Didn't do much reading today, but hopefully I'll get a lot more reading done throughout the rest of the week. I will chat with you all tomorrow. Good morning everyone. It is now the next day and it's currently 8:07 a.m. and so I am about to have breakfast right now. I woke up pretty early today since I went to bed relatively early last night. I figured it'd be interesting to show you all what I'm having for breakfast right now. I love breakfast food, but I usually don't have like standard American breakfast at home just because I live in a Vietnamese and Chinese household. So I eat a lot of Vietnamese and Chinese dishes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is what I'm having for breakfast, and the name of this dish in Vietnamese is called bun bao. These are small steamed rice cake and it's topped with toasted shrimp, and there's like a bit of onion flavor in it as well, and you dip it in fish sauce. Most people will be like, ew, fish sauce, especially for breakfast? Well, that's something that's really typical for me to eat. Fish sauce is like a daily staple for me. I pretty much have fish sauce almost every single day. So yeah, this isn't like a standard American breakfast. It's very Vietnamese style. I haven't posted a video in over a week, which is killing me because I really want to film and I really want to edit, but I just haven't had time to do it. So I'm really glad that I woke up early today, which means that I'm probably going to be filming a video. It's 8:45 now and I'm finally going to start getting ready to film a video. When I'm getting ready, I usually listen to an audiobook, but since I recently finished one, I haven't had the chance to look for a new one. So I'm going to try to find a new audiobook to listen to right now. And if you're wondering where I find audiobooks to listen to, I use the Overdrive app, which connects to my local library, and they have a bunch of different ebooks and audiobooks. So the audiobook that I decided to go with is Outrun the Moon by Stacey Lee. I have no idea what this book is about. All I know is that it follows a Chinese American protagonist, and I have been wanting to read a book by Stacey Lee. I actually own one of her books and it's called Under a Painted Sky, and that book wasn't on Overdrive for audiobook and this book was, so I decided to go ahead and check out this book and I'm going to listen to it as I get ready. So update, I'm literally only a minute and 22 seconds into this audiobook and it's mentioned that the main character speaks Cantonese. I don't ever remember reading a book where there's a main character who speaks Cantonese, and I think it's amazing that we have this representation and that just makes me really happy. So I finished filming one video and that was my February wrap-up. By the time this vlog is posted, the February wrap-up should be up, but right now I'm filming an unhaul, so I'm going through my bookshelves and getting rid of a lot of books that I've been meaning to unhaul for a while now. And this is what my bed currently looks like. So there are books here, here, and here. I'm still going through my bookshelf and I'm still trying to get rid of more books because I just don't have enough bookshelf space, and a lot of the books that I have on my shelves I really don't plan on rereading, so those are a lot of the books that I'm planning on unhauling. So look out for that video soon because I plan on uploading that video probably after this vlog, but if that video is already up before the vlog then I will leave a link to that down below as well. I have finally finished filming. It was quite a long filming process. I actually haven't filmed a video in a few weeks because I've just been really busy and I couldn't find time to film, so my past couple videos were pre-filmed. So this is the aftermath of my unhaul. My bed is pretty much a mess. There are books everywhere, and in my video I said that I unhauled 68 books, which is quite a lot of books to be getting rid of. So I'm going to go and take off my eye makeup right now because I just don't want it on my face right now, and I'm going to be getting a haircut later today. I haven't gotten a haircut in almost like 10 months, I think. The last time I got a haircut, it was like the middle of May of 2017 and it's now March of 2018. So it's been a while and a haircut is much needed. I'm definitely going to go a little bit short but not too short. So probably like a couple inches off, maybe like right here is a good length. Hey everyone, so it's a few hours later and this is basically my haircut. It's a lot shorter than I expected, but it's fine. Hair grows. I always like to cut my hair short every time my hair starts to grow long. I took a shower a couple hours ago and because I have short hair now, my hair kind of like sticks out, but I know that once I straighten it, it'll look a lot nicer. Also, check out my pajamas. There are like little lambs or like rams, whatever. I don't even know the name of this animal, but I think it's cute. I also want to give a quick update about where I am in Dear Martin at the moment, and I am currently on page 175. This book is like 200 pages, so I'm almost done. I will definitely finish this book tonight. I forgot to talk about this earlier, but Read-O-Rama does have challenges. There are 7 challenges for Read-O-Rama. This book actually fits 2 of the challenges, and one of them is reading a book with the letters R-A-M-A in the book title or the author's name. And Dear Martin, you can see that there's definitely an R-A and then an M and then another A. So this book is perfect. And like I mentioned earlier, I started the audiobook for Outrun the Sun by Stacey Lee. And that book fits the challenge of reading a new to me author because Stacey Lee is a new to me author. Right now I'm on chapter 5. I'm not exactly sure what page that is, but in the audiobook it's part 2 of 9. Outrun the Sun takes place in the early 1900s and it follows a Chinese American teenager named Mercy Wong. Mercy is 15 years old and she is determined to get an education at this school that is pretty much off limits to people of color like her. Pretty much all I know about the book so far, but I am really enjoying it, and I also really love that there are Cantonese words that are included in the novel. When the narrator first spoke a Cantonese word, I was like, I know that word, and it's not English. It's a really good feeling to be able to read a book that has words in the language that I speak at home. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book so far and I can't wait to see where the story goes. I have finished Dear Martin. I thought this book was incredible. I'm still processing everything that happened in this book and I will definitely talk about it a lot more in my March wrap-up. But I just wanted to say that if you haven't read this book, you should definitely pick it up, especially if you enjoyed The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. I think you would really enjoy this book as well. This book deals with issues that people face today, and these issues need to be discussed. I think the story was executed beautifully, and I love the writing. I do have a tiny complaint with the writing, and that just mainly has to do with the dialogue. I was actually reading an ARC version of Dear Martin, and I don't know if this is the same in the finished copies, but sometimes the dialogue is formatted really differently. Instead of being in quotations, the dialogue is put into a script-like format, so you'll see like the name of a character, what they say, and then it'll be another name of a character and what that character says, and then I'll switch back to normal dialogue in quotes, which I don't know why the author did that. I understand why the author would do that in debate class, but in other parts of the book, the script-like dialogue will pop up and then switch back, and I think that's really strange. But other than that, the story is what's important, the story is what matters, and I think that this is an amazing story that everyone needs to read. I think I'm going to give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I think it's just that amazing. So right now it's actually currently 8:23 p.m. I have to get up early for work tomorrow, so I'm not going to be staying up very late to read. It's currently about 9:37 p.m. and I think I'm going to end today's vlog here. I have to be up at 5:30 in the morning, so I would like to get about 8 hours of sleep. Probably won't happen, but as close to 8 hours as I can. While I was getting ready for bed, I listened to a little bit more of my audiobook. I didn't get very far into it, but I'm about 29 minutes into part 2 of 9, so I'm now on chapter 6. I don't think I'm going to start a new book tonight because I'm pretty much going to go to bed soon. I'll probably catch up on a few YouTube videos before I go to bed. I did recently check out Tosh Hart's Tolstoy from the library, and I have that on my Kindle, so I think I'm going to start that book tomorrow. So tomorrow, and especially on Tuesday, I probably won't get a lot of reading done. Tomorrow I'm working for half of the day, and then I'm going to be meeting up with a friend to just do homework together and study, because I really do need to get started on the homework that I have to do during spring break, which sucks, but that's part of being in college.
Made it on the bus. I have my Kindle with me, so I'm going to be starting Tosh Hart's Tolstoy by Catherine Hornsey, and I'm really excited because I've heard really great things about this book, and I've been wanting to read it for a really long time now.
After a long day, I'm finally back home. It's about 6:30 p.m. now. To recap most of my day, I spent half of the day working, and then I met up with a friend at 1 for lunch, and we also went to a coffee shop and did some homework together, and then I got home around 5:30, and then I had dinner. I'm going to continue working on some more homework tonight because I do want to get most of my homework done by the beginning of spring break so I can relax for the rest of it. But also tonight I really need to start preparing for an interview that I have tomorrow. The interview is for an internship that I'm applying for the next semester. I really want to get this internship, so I am going to spend most of the night preparing for that after I finish some more homework. So as you can probably tell, I don't plan on reading that much for the rest of the night, but I did do some reading during my commute to and from work, and I'll update you guys on that later tonight because I do plan on reading a little bit before I actually go to bed. It's currently 9:29 p.m. and I just wanted to give a quick update about my progress with the audiobook Outrun the Moon by Stacey Lee. I'm currently on chapter 12 and that's on part 3 of 9. I am really enjoying the audiobook so far. Mercy is experiencing some hate and bullying from some of the girls at the school that she now attends, and I really love how Mercy doesn't let all of that bother her. I'm really loving her character so far. Right now I'm just going to prepare for my interview a little bit more, and right before I go to bed I'm going to continue reading with Tosh Hart's Tolstoy. Alright, so I'm about to go to bed, and I wanted to give you guys an update of where I am on Tosh Hart's Tolstoy. I'm currently on chapter 7, which is 20% through the book. I started the book today and I'm on 20%. I think that's pretty good considering that I didn't read anything for most of the day, just the morning and night. I am enjoying this book so far, and I really like the whole YouTube aspect in it. I also really enjoy seeing everything that goes into the production of a web series. I think it's really interesting to read about. I'm going to go to bed now, so I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Good morning everyone, it's now the next day. It's almost 9 a.m. and I've been up since 7 a.m. Right now I'm working on some homework. I'm actually reading because I'm doing my ethics reading. Although I'm not reading the books that I want to read, I'm still doing some reading. I'm going to be leaving my house in like 40 minutes. The internship that I'm applying for is actually pretty far. It's about a 40-minute drive. Luckily my dad has a day off today, so he's willing to drive me there, which is really nice of him. Because this internship is downtown and the drive is pretty long, I'm leaving like extra early just so that I'm not late, because I'm terrified that I'm going to be late, even though I know that I will probably show up incredibly early. But honestly, it's way better to show up super early than to show up late. And once I do arrive early, I'm hoping I can find some Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts and just chill there for a while. So it's almost 6 p.m. right now, and I'm finally back home from work to give you all an update about how my interview went. I think it went fine. I think I might get the internship because the interview really wasn't an interview. The person that interviewed me basically talked about the internship placement, the things that go on in the internship, and pretty much like giving me a general idea of the things that I'll be doing if I do get the internship. I really wasn't asked any questions about myself and my past experiences, so I feel like I got the internship, and I hope I'm not jinxing it by saying that. I was told that I'll hear back in a few days, so I really hope that I do get the internship because it's an internship that I really do want, and I think it will definitely prepare me for a career in the future. By the way, if you didn't know, I am a psychology and criminal justice major, and what I want to do in the future with my degree is that I want to work in the mental health field within the criminal justice system. I know this is a readathon, but right now I'm going to try to catch up on some YouTube videos because I've been falling behind, and after that I'm going to continue on doing homework, and I probably won't start reading again till later tonight before I go to bed. But I did do some reading while I was commuting to and from work. Hey everyone, so it's about 8 p.m. now, and I wanted to update you all on my reading because I actually finished a book today, and it was a book that I randomly decided to pick up. The book is called Spinning by Tilly Walden, and it's actually a graphic memoir. I believe it's about 400 pages, but because it's a graphic novel, I got through it incredibly fast. I think I finished it in like an hour. I first heard of this book from my friend Kelly from Oh That's Kelly. She read it and she loved it, and I knew that I wanted to pick it up too. And so earlier today I was just scrolling through my local library's website, seeing the books that they have available, and then I came across the book Spinning, and I recognized it because my friend Kelly talked about it. So I decided to check it out, and I began reading it, and then the next thing I knew, I was done with it. Spinning is a graphic memoir, so it's kind of based on the author's life, and it follows the author through her ice skating career. The author was a competitive figure skater. I really enjoyed that the novel revolved around ice skating because, fun fact, I actually took ice skating lessons when I was younger. I took it for a couple years, and then I decided to stop because there were other things going on in my life, and just reading this book just made me feel very nostalgic, and it makes me want to get back on the ice. I ended up rating the graphic novel 3.5 out of 5 stars. I don't want to go too in depth about my thoughts because I want to save it for my wrap up, but briefly, I enjoyed the art style. I like that it focused on ice skating. The novel touches upon a bunch of different issues, including bullying, sexual harassment, sexuality and coming out, and so much more, but I thought the pacing was very choppy. It would move from scene to scene pretty abruptly, and I wish that some of the issues that were touched upon were explored more in depth. But other than that, I did enjoy the graphic novel, and I really want to pick up more graphic novels because this is actually the first graphic novel that I've picked up in years, and Spinning does fit a challenge. It fits the challenge of reading an LGBTQIA+ book because the main character in Spinning is gay, and I'm pretty sure its own voices too because it is a graphic memoir. And since I checked out this book from the library, this book could also fit the challenge of reading a borrowed book. And to give an update on the audiobook that I'm listening to, I'm on chapter 22, which is part 5 of 9, and with Tosh Hart's Tolstoy, I'm currently 54% through the book. One of the challenges is to read a host pick, and Tosh Hart's Tolstoy is Chloe's pick. So far I think I'm doing really well on the challenges because I have either completed or currently working on finishing 5 of the 7 challenges. I pretty much picked up these books without even looking at the challenges. I just hoped that somehow these books would fit some of the challenges, and so far they're fitting them perfectly. The remaining challenges I haven't finished yet or haven't started on is to read 7 books. Honestly, I don't think that will happen. And then the last one is to read a book published in the spring. I still have to think about what book would fit that challenge, so I don't know yet. Honestly, I don't think I'll finish 7 books this week unless I pick up more graphic novels, but I don't want to just be reading graphic novels. Also, I heard back from the internship, and I got the internship position, which is amazing. So I'm really excited that I got the internship. I will be starting in the fall semester, so next semester is definitely going to be pretty busy because this internship is going to be 16 hours a week, which is quite a lot of time, but I'm really excited to finally get experience within my field. My plans for tonight is to finally finish editing my February wrap-up. I've been slowly trying to edit it throughout this past week. I filmed the video on Sunday, it's already Wednesday, and I haven't had time to edit it. So my goal is to hopefully finish editing this video tonight and be able to post it tomorrow. So I'm going to do that, and after I'm done, I'm going to get into bed and continue reading. I have finally finished doing a rough edit of this video. I think I'm going to take a break for today, and I'm going to pick up back tomorrow where I will rewatch the video and do some last minute editing before I post it on YouTube.
Good morning everyone, it's now the next day and it's pretty much almost 7:30 a.m. As you can see, I'm in a different setting because I'm at work right now. I forgot to give an update on my reading last night, so I'm going to quickly do that today. I did do some reading on my commute to work, and I'm now 55% through Tosh Hart's Tolstoy, and with Outrun the Moon, I'm on part 5 of 9. To be more specific, I'm on chapter 21. I'm not exactly sure how many chapters are in Outrun the Moon. I really don't have anything new to add regarding my thoughts on Outrun the Moon, but I am still really enjoying it. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts for today. I'm going to be working until 12:30. After work, I'm actually going to be meeting up with a friend and hanging out with her for a few hours. I'm not exactly sure what time I'll get home, but I won't be working tomorrow, so I might stay up a bit later to get some reading done, which is really nice because I feel like I haven't done a lot of reading these past 3 days.
Hi everyone, so it's now the next day, it's March 8th, and it's currently 12:10 p.m. I have been up since 7:30 doing homework, so my morning so far has been pretty busy, not a lot going on aside from doing homework. I still have a bunch of readings to do that I won't start today, but definitely sometime this weekend. I also have a homework assignment for my Introduction to Neuroscience class. I hate that class. I don't understand anything that's going on in that class, and I have to read 3 different articles, and each article is probably like an average of 10 pages, and then I have to answer some questions relating to those articles. I want to get this assignment out of the way, but I just haven't gotten the chance to even start it yet. I hope to get through some of the articles today. All morning I've been working on homework assignment for one class, and that's for my corrections class, which is a criminal justice class. I have a group presentation that I am pretty much done with, and then I also have an individual presentation that I have to work on, and then I have to write a short one-page paper, which is definitely doable. Sorry that all I'm talking about is homework. I don't know if you all find this interesting or not, because this is supposed to be a reading vlog, and clearly I'm not getting a lot of reading done. But since it's noon, I'm probably going to take a break to eat something, and then I'm going to take another break from homework and do some reading. I have just posted my February wrap-up video, so go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. I'm going to be making myself a cup of tea, and this is the tea that I'm using. It's from the brand Triple Leaf Tea, and the flavor is rose black tea. It's 1:40 p.m. I have my cup of tea, I have my Kindle, and I am ready to read. I didn't give an update on my reading last night before I went to bed because I pretty much read 2% of the book before I got tired and decided to go to bed. I am really hoping that I can finish this book today. Hey everyone, so it's now the next day, and I have some good news because I finally finished Tosh Hart's Tolstoy, and I really enjoyed it overall. I thought it was a really great story, and I love that we have asexual representation. This is the second book that I've read that has a main character that identifies as asexual, and I really like seeing how her sexuality is discussed throughout the novel. I actually stayed up till like 12:30 a.m. to finish the book. I wish it didn't take me so long to finish it, but I'm glad that I did finally read this book because I've been wanting to read it ever since I saw Jenna from Jenna Claire K talk about this book. So as an update on the audiobook that I'm listening to, I'm on part 8 of 9. Today is actually the last day of the readathon, so I definitely want to finish this audiobook today. Let me see if my library has an ebook copy of Outrun the Moon. Maybe I'll check out that so I can finish the book quicker. So good news, I just checked on Overdrive and the ebook version of Outrun the Moon is available, so I'm going to borrow that. I'm currently 92% through the ebook, and that's like 9 minutes left. I'm so close to finishing this book. I finished Outrun the Moon and I loved it. This is a book that I saw myself more represented than in any of the other books that I've read. I really loved Mercy's character. She's a Chinese American teen. She speaks Cantonese. She is incredibly selfless and caring. She cares for her family and she stands up for her friends. She stands up for what she believes in. She's intelligent and she's just overall an amazing character. I like that this book is set in the early 1900s because we got to see what it's like being Chinese and living in America, especially in a time where racial inequality and gender inequality is a lot more present. Another thing that I loved about this book is the friendship element. Mercy ends up becoming pretty close friends with a handful of girls at the school that she attends, and I just love the progression of their friendship. At first, a lot of these girls were very standoffish, but as the story progresses, they begin to look up to Mercy and depend on her. I think this is just a really beautiful story. It's historical fiction too, and it's kind of based off of a more obscure event that happens in San Francisco in the early early 1900s and how that event has affected the people living in that area. So overall, this book was great. I highly recommend it. I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about this book on BookTube. I definitely will be picking up more of Stacey Lee's books. I actually have another one of her books on my shelves, and it's called Under a Painted Sky. I don't think I'm going to read it right away, but I definitely will get to it. So that is it for my spring break reading vlog. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I definitely plan on filming more reading vlogs in the future, so I would love to hear your opinions and comments about the things that you would like to see in a reading vlog and the things that you don't want to see. For example, a thing that you may not want to see is me constantly talking about my schoolwork, which is totally understandable. I know I talked about it quite a lot in this video, but that's because I had a lot going on with schoolwork during spring break, and because I had a lot of schoolwork to do, that took a lot of reading time away. I tried my best, but I would love to hear your feedback in the comments below so that I know how I can improve my reading vlogs in the future. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for all the out of focus clips or the very bad lighting. I will definitely work on that in the future, and I will see you next time. Bye!